Welcome to the Master League Premier Classic, and I'm bringing to you an amazing super fun team, Dragonite Double Steel. And in the Master League Premier Classic before, I had only 3 mons built, and right now I have a better team. So in the first match, we pick up the hard counter lead. We instantly save switch to our Excadrill to draw out the counter, and we get hard countered on the save switch as well. So super hard countered so far. Can we come back and possibly win this crazy game? So we get the rock slide off. That does like good damage. Can we reach one more? Because then we'll grab a shield, and that is exactly what we're able to do. So we are able to grab a shield, and we're able to draw out the greatest like counter to steel types, one of the best counters to steel types. So hopefully our Metagross can sweep, but the Dragonite has literally no play against the Togekiss. So even though he has built up to the outrage, we are not going to shield because Dragonite cannot do anything up against the Togekiss. We let it go. That almost takes it out. Self boom right there, and we are able to take down the Gyarados. The opponent is going to bring in the Togekiss instantly, not even wait out the switch clock so he can snipe it. Well played by the opponent, and he has a Dragonite in the back. So in spite of being hard countered on the lead, hard countered on the safe switch, we have a hope and a prayer. There is a chance that we can win this game. So we are going to try to take out the Dragonite, and the Togekiss is still at least 5 charms away from an ancient power. So from a flamethrower rather. So we are going to like double shield here. Even if he double baits us, that's not a problem because we can reach the meteor mash here, as you can see. So we are going to safely shield this move. Doesn't matter what it is. Again, even if it's a bait, it's fine. We're going to overfarm just slightly because we were keeping track of his energy, and we know that once we throw the meteor mash and take out the Dragonite, we can also reach one against the Togekiss. Boom, take out the best buddy Dragonite right there. We can easily reach the meteor mash, and that is going to be a great game in spite of being hard counted on the lead and save switch. Guys, never give up hope. That's the moral of the story, especially if you're running an ABB team. I love running ABB teams. It just makes me feel so much safe. And now we're going to get into the second match, and this is going to be a crazy game. So if you're still here watching the video, you're in for a treat. This could be one of the best games that you've ever watched. Take my word for it, okay, and just watch this game. So in this, again, we are going to be running the same team. Obviously this whole video is a showcase for this team. This is the first day of MLPC, and I've been climbing quite well with this, and we pick up a lead against Excadrill, which is pretty bad, but now that we have superpower, we can at least fight back. So we're going to keep a track of his energy. We're going to shield his first drill run. Firstly, we're going to bait here, okay, so this is very important. If he calls the bait, we are super behind in the game, but we have built up to it and he does respect it. And now we are going to shield here. He's 2 much shots away. So we're going to throw one Dragon Tail and catch the move on our Excadrill. So throw one Dragon Tail and catch the move on Excadrill. Is going to be a rock slide that is double resisted, that does nothing. And importantly, we're also 1 much shot ahead because we snuck one in. And now we're going to go for the drill runs. And now, as you know, we are 1 much shot ahead. So the opponent is also very smart. He must be knowing that because at this ELO, even though it's not super high, the players are amazing these days. Everyone knows the counts. I'm going to shield this, and I'm going to make one of the craziest plays ever. I'm going to throw a rock slide because I'm expecting him to switch out to something and catch the drill run. So I went for the rock slide, even though that would not have killed the Excadrill, and boom, I do 60% damage to the Gyarados. Not only that, I can outpace him, reach another rock slide, and take out the Gyarados altogether. So 200 IQ play right there, and that's going to take him out. And that's not over. I'm still going to make one more play. He's going to bring in a Primarina, and instead of switching out instantly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a drill run. This is going to put the Primarina into farm down range for the Metagross, and remember that Excadrill has a drill run loaded. So I'm going to come in with the Metagross, farm him down, and easily win CMP on the Excadrill and take him out. So this was a crazy game. The opponent knows that as well. He concedes the game, and that was just simply amazing, especially making that blind prediction on the rock slide. That was the first time I honestly did it. I know I'm not one of the best players out there, but for me it was a pretty big deal, honestly. And after the first set, I realized that I forgot to best buddy my Excadrill. I forgot to put him as my buddy. I had something else, so then I have like best buddied my Excadrill here, and now we're going to pick up a lead against a Metagross, which is not great, but I can't really switch in my Excadrill and get hard counted, right? So I'm going to stay in to start off with, go for a super power. He needs 8 bullet punches to the meteor mash, and I reach my super power just before he gets his 8th bullet punch. I switch, trying to catch. He does not. He builds up 10 bullet punches and switches out, so he's at the earthquake, and in comes a Garchomp, which is really bad, of course, but at the same time, at least we draw it out, so maybe Metagross can sweep. It's an ABB team. He makes a mistake. He lets us get to the second drill run. He really should have thrown the earth power by then. He does not, which means we grab a shield advantage here. And now I'm happy letting my Excadrill go, because now I can come in with my Dragonite, farm down this big shark, this Sharky Dragon, and get a move loaded, keep a move loaded for the Metagross in the back. This match is also going to be super tight, guys. Just spoiler alert, it's going to be one of the another crazy games. So we're going to shield the move here. This is going to be an outrage, and we shield that correctly. In comes the Dragonite. Okay, so that's amazing because we can reach the back-to-back Dragon Claws and knock out the Dragonite here. He gives us a shield, which is fine. We're going to get one more off, and we throw it. This is going to almost KO him. I mean, at this point it should, right? Let's see how much it does. It does KO him, but his Metagross has a 10 bullet punch energy lead. So remember that. If he baits us here, which he does, I'm going to reach the Meteor Mash, and he's going to reach the Earthquake. Same time, who wins CMP? We win the CMP tie, and this was super clutch because he was at the Earthquake, but we take him out with the CMP tie, and that's another crazy game. Our 15 attack lucky Metagross putting in crazy amounts of work. I'm so happy to win this game. This was so much fun. The opponent played amazing as well. Hats off if you're watching this video. Respect to you, my brother. Amazing plays there, but we take the win. And hopping into the next match, we pick up a lead against a Rhyperior. They usually run Smackdown, so I'm going to switch to my Excadrill, try to draw out, and again getting hard countered again, and we are going to go for the Rock Slide. Let's see if this opponent lets us reach another one. He can throw the Aqua Tail, but he does not. We reach another Rock Slide. This means that we can get a shield. We're going to come in with the Dragonite and do the same thing. Hope that Metagross can sweep now that the Gyarados is already out. So I'm going to bring in the Dragonite, take the outrage like a champion. In comes Dragonite. Okay, we dare you, go for the outrage, that's fine. The Gyarados is going to go for an Aqua Tail, and this makes me believe either he's baiting or he's not running the move. So this is probably going to be another Aqua Tail or a Crunch. He goes for the Crunch, that's absolutely fine, and we can take him out. We can go for a Super Power on the thing, the Stony Boy, the big stony thing, what's his name? Yeah, the Rhyperior. This is going to do pretty good chip damage, at least 50% I expect, 60% damage. We bring in the Metagross, and he goes for 5 Smackdowns. I thought this is just a Surf. This is completely my mistake. I forgot that Super Power is also pretty cheap, so that does a lot of damage. And now can we come back, because Dragonite with the Dragon Breath is tearing through us because we're so low. Had we shielded that, I believe we would have easily won this game, but we made a big mistake. But that's how we learn, right? I did not know the counts for Metagross. I genuinely believe that is just a Surf, but that's fine. We're going to take out the Dragonite. Can we reach a move against? This is not going to take him out, by the way. If we were Shadow, maybe it would, but this does not take him out, and his Dragonite is going to farm us down. He's going to get a shield here as well, and now it's looking really bad. Can we farm down the Stony Boy before he can farm us down? And it's a simultaneous KO. So that is a draw, guys. I mean, it's not a loss, but in Pokemon Go they don't really reward you for it, so it does end up feeling like a loss instead of a draw, a tie. But that's absolutely fine. That was a great game. Kudos to the opponent for running some spice. Rhyperior, now I know the counts. It definitely takes 5 Smackdowns to a Super Power, so learn from the mistake. And in this match we're going to pick up a lead against a Gyarados. Let's see, if he's running Dragon Breath we have to switch, but he switches out, making me believe that it is just Waterfall. In comes the Excadrill. I'm going to respect it, and in this match what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for the Super Power. I was thinking that maybe he's just going to let this go. I don't know why, but I really should have baited, to be honest. They always shield. They do shield. I'm going to try to cast a Rock Slide, but this opponent is good. He does not, and it's a CMP tie. The opponent is at back-to-back Drillers, so I cannot shield this move. Even if I do shield this move, he's going to reach another Driller and take me out. So I might as well save the shield for Dragonite because he seems to be super weak to it. If Excadrill was his best response, I'm hoping that it's going to be another Mon weak to Dragonite. So I'm going to bring in Dragonite here, big Dragonite, and he brings in his Waterfall Gyarados again, which is fine by us because we can just throw two Dragon Claws, overfarm significantly, and just take out the Gyarados. That's not an issue. What is he hiding in the back? He's really trying to do a lot of damage, but it's not really working because Waterfalls are doing nothing, and a big old OG Dragon, let's go Dragonite, is putting in crazy amounts of work. If he brings in Excadrill, he must be weak to Dragonite. He does, so I'm going to shield this, and I'm going to overfarm slightly because Excadrill did have quite a bit of energy before he left, so I'm just going to overfarm by 2 Dragon Tails, go for a Dragon Claw, take him out, and let's see what's hiding in the back. We do have a full health Metagross as well, and it's going to be a Garchomp. So what I'm going to do is load up to the Dragon Claw and I save it. Okay, I bring in the Metagross because he's forced to go for a move. Even if he takes out my Metagross, I can come in with the Dragonite and throw the Dragon Claw to win the game, but he goes for Sand Tomb, which means he's probably running Sand Tomb and the outrage, so it's going to be an easy win. This is going to take out the big Sharky Dragon Boy, and that is a good game. So the opponent was really weak to Dragonite. His only response was an Excadrill, so Dragonite absolutely core breaking that team. And in this final match of the video, you're going to see one of the fastest matches ever, and again Dragonite putting in a lot of work. So I can highly recommend this team. If you do have it, do try it out and let me know in the comments if you liked it. Let's see if it's a waterfall Gyarados. Yes, it is, and even better, he's staying in. So I'm going to keep like counting because it takes like 7 for the outrage. This is not even 7, so this can only be a crunch at the most. So I'm not going to respect this really, and I'm going to overfarm significantly before he reaches his next Aqua Tail. Throw the Dragon Claw. This is almost going to take him out. I think it will take him out from this point. He shields. That's fine. I can throw one more Dragon Tail. Throw the again Dragon Claw. Does he want to shield this? He surely doesn't want to go 2 shields down, right? He does not. I'm going to save switch to my Excadrill. Brings in Metagross. Excadrill concedes the game. So that was an easy win, super fast, and I hope you guys loved this video.